مشاهدينا الكرام، في هذه التغطية الحية على الهواء مباشرة من قصر الاتحادية في انتظار الاستقبال الرسمي للسيد الرئيس عبد الفتاح السيسي في قصر الاتحادية لضيف مصر الأمير تميم بن حمد الثاني أمير دولة قطر، في زيارة رسمية تستغرق يومين بدأت موسعة تضم وفدي البلدين. من المنتظر أن يتم التطرق والتباحث إلى العلاقات الثنائية بين مصر وقطر، بالإضافة أيضا إلى التباحث بشأن مختلف القضايا الإقليمية والدولية محل الاهتمام المشترك. بالفعل مشاهدينا، وكما دائما ما يؤكد لنا التاريخ عبر عقود من الزمان أن مصر هي قلب العروبة النابض، مصر هي قبلة العرب، وهذا هو ما تبعناه خلال الفترات الأخيرة خلال مدد طويلة سابقة.
Yesterday, President Abdel Sissi received HRH Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and followed by the Summit held in Egypt by its role as a pillar of peace and security in the whole area, as always supportive for the Arab countries in different crises, passing through in attempt to find dialogue, political settlement, a way of the turbulence of conflicts that's of having negative impact in stability and different Arab countries. Since successive visits of Arab leaders come to Egypt in light of the challenges faced by the Arab countries for the sake of the children of the Arab countries and to protect their national security. President Abdel Sissi, in different occasions and more than one meeting with leaders of the Arab countries, to the necessity of joining together and joint work based on the mutual respect and sincere motions. It is the solid strategic approach of the Egyptian political leadership for the sake of achieving peace and security in the whole area. Certainly, the national Arab security is linked solidly with the Egyptian national security. Such a very important message of Prince of Qatar, that considers the first one in Cairo, the first one or the second in Egypt. The first one was in 2015 specifically, when attending the Arab Summit in Sharm el-Sheikh. But this one is the first one in Cairo and the first summit that Qatar President Abdel Sissi and the Prince of Qatar in Al-Tahdiya Palace, as we mentioned, that the visit will tackle several issues of joint concern, regional issues, international issues, and the means of bolstering cooperation and bilateral relations, in particular that such relations that witnessed tangible development followed by the agreement of Al-Ula in January 2021. Successive visits started between high officials and ministers in a way to achieve the joint Arab work and push forward the Arab solidarity in confronting different tensions and crises that surrounded by the Arab nations. It is well known Minister of Trade and Industry, Mam Nivin Gama, was in Qatar in July 2022 and announced the importance of such a visit. Lots of debates, deliberations and talks aims to bolster the economic and investment cooperation, considering that Egypt having and a very good nature of investment due to the mega projects being executed that built on the infrastructure and legislative environment that is developed, that creates a very promising opportunities of investment. Minister of Trade and Industry announced the re-establishment the Qatar Egyptian Business Council to bolster the investment and economic relations between the two countries, and of course there was a praise of industrial complexes established by Egypt of 17 industrial complexes in 15 governorates throughout the Republic. Also, there were some meetings between the Minister of Finance of Egypt and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, or rather the Minister of Finance in Qatar, that witnessed the signing MOI of the bilateral cooperation between Egypt and Qatar. Due to the nature of Egypt that enjoys a very attractive environment of advantage of investment opportunities. Since the signing Al-Ula agreement, there was development and progress of the Qatari-Egyptian relationships due to the pioneer role in Egypt, as Egypt is a pillar of peace and security in the region, a pillar of development and construction that became the role model on protecting peace and security and stability and achieving development, that was featured by establishing mega national project made by Egypt. Every day there is a continuation to that contribute actually in the process of development. There is a full support by the Egyptian state headed by His Excellency Mr. President Al-Sissi, who affirmed to achieve the good and development, comprehensive peace and the joint Arab world, as well as the joint Arab solidarity to maintain its national security. Mr. President Al-Sissi have repeatedly affirmed the keenness of Egypt of fruitful and constructive cooperation between or among all the countries in the region, in the framework of respect as a strategic approach of the Egyptian leadership. Certainly, what Egypt is doing of a strategic and pivotal role, presided by His Excellency Mr. President, in pursuit of establishing development and stability regionally and in the framework of defending the Arab causes. Qatari-Egyptian relations have witnessed a progress in the framework of what been stipulated in the Al-Ula agreement in several joint meetings of high officials of the two sides. There was a very important meeting between President Al-Sissi in the Iraqi capital in Baghdad with Prince Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Prince of Qatar, that tackled the relations, the bilateral relations, and the Prince of Qatar commended the role of Egypt in defending the Arab causes and the contribution of achieving its stability. In January of 2021, there was an agreement of Al-Ula, followed by in the same month successive meetings of high officials and ministers. There was an important one in March 2021, May in 2021, for the Minister of the Foreign Affairs in Qatar, received by President Al-Fattah Al-Sissi. In this visit, the Minister of Foreign Affairs in Qatar has invited President Al-Fattah Al-Sissi to visit Qatar, and followed by another visit of Minister of Foreign Affairs of Egypt, Mr. Sameh Shukri, in Qatar in the following months of 21. They've discussed the proposed invitation of President Al-Fattah Al-Sissi to visit Qatar, and also the meeting have tackled to increase the talks between the two sides. In March 2020, there was a visit of Minister of Foreign Affairs in Qatar as well as the Minister of Finance, and another important meeting with Mr. Premier and the Minister of Foreign Affairs in Qatar, along with the Minister of Planning and Economic Development and Minister of Finance, to discuss boosting the economic relations and investment. As Egypt is a promising environment for prospective investment based on the mega national project throughout the Republic in different sectors that contain and embrace several many of investments, because they are based on a strong infrastructure and developed legislative nature. Egyptian role is a continued role by the President of Egypt, President Al-Fattah Al-Sissi, to achieve peace and security.
خلاص الطرق جاهزه تفتيش يا فندم.